Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for all things physical media through my eyes. And today we have a 4K review of the latest edition from the Criterion Collection. It's Dazed and Confused. This coming-of-age film follows the mayhem of a group of rowdy teenagers in Austin, Texas, celebrating the last day of high school in 1976. The graduating class heads for a popular pool hall and joins an impromptu keg party. However, star football player Randall Pink Floyd has promised to focus on the championship game and abstain from partying. Meanwhile, the incoming freshmen try to avoid being hazed by the seniors, most notably the sadistic bully Fred O'Banion. Going into this review, I've never seen Dazed and Confused before. I know it has a great soundtrack because I've seen it on vinyl a ton of times, and I also know it's a fantastic coming-of-age film from the 90s, but I didn't understand it entirely going in, but after my first watch, I did enjoy it quite a bit. Now, this is what people would describe as a hangout movie. There's no huge overarching plot. There isn't the typical villain and protagonist. It sort of just kind of follows this group of kids around after they graduate, and it's just fun, and you're just kind of put into their lives for a night, and it makes you feel like you were a teenager back in the 1970s. And overall, the look and feel of this is extremely 1970s. It's well done in that respect, and a lot of it probably isn't politically correct by today's standards, but that's part of the charm of this entire film. But we're not here to talk about the movie itself. We're talking about this 4K transfer and that audio track, so let's get started. If you decide to pick up Dazed and Confused on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray in the United States, you have one version to pick from. It is this beautiful box from the Criterion Collection, and on it, it's got some pictures of the cast as well as some new artwork. On the back, we have some information about the movie, its special features, as well as just everything that they packed into this release. It's really jam-packed full of extras and goodies. And when you take off that slipcase, here is the artwork underneath. Features more of those same shots, and that cover art is actually a cutout. So it's got some nice die-cut designs there. Here's what the back of that looks like. You open it up, and then you have some more imagery there on the left. We have a poster that we'll get to, and then we have a booklet that we'll get to as well. But this is what your discs are going to look like. Very nice, very vibrant, and very just colorful overall. Then here we do have the booklet that comes with it. It's made to look like a yearbook and just has some information about the movie, its special features, and some of it is made to look like textbooks, like a newspaper. Just a ton of really cool things that vibe into the general theme of the film, and it's going to be a great thing to have for collectors and huge fans of this movie. And then to finish things out, who doesn't like a nice, vibrant, cool movie poster? I know I do. For visuals on Dazed and Confused, we do have a native 4K scan here, and it does feature quite a bit of grain, but this is made to look like it was shot in the 1970s, and it accomplishes that, and there is quite a bit of detail here. Sure, you have to maybe go look through grain sometimes. Some shots aren't as crisp and clear as others, but overall the grain doesn't take away from it. It's true to the source, and it looks pretty good overall. Though I did find this transfer to be a little dark in my estimation. Some of the scenes that take place outdoors, they're caked in blacks and caked in shadows that wouldn't be there if it was just a normal, naturally shot film. So if this could have been brightened up a little bit to capture the tone of the film, I think that would have largely yielded itself in its favor. And another thing that bothered me a little bit is the fact that some of these shots look quite a bit in lower quality and a little bit blurry. I don't know if that's just the source material that they had to work with, or sometimes they just missed the mark on some of those scenes, but they did bother me a little bit. But overall, this is a pretty true to the source transfer here, and it was positive in my opinion. For audio on Dazed and Confused, we have a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 mix, and overall, I think this could have been stronger. When you have a film that really focuses on the soundtrack and the dialogue, and that is what propels the entire film, it's a bit disappointing when I had to crank up my audio system probably 20 or 25% louder than it is on any other movie I've ever watched on it. That shows that this track is a little quiet, and sometimes the voices get lost in the mix, and it's hard to hear what's going on. I had to turn on subtitles halfway through the film in order to make out what everybody was saying, and once I did that, it was no problem. But if you're watching this for the first time, you're going to miss things. It's not always going to come through clearly, but when the music is playing and the movie is moving at full force, it does sound pretty good overall. But there are a few detractors from this audio track. I would have appreciated a Dolby Atmos mix on this, or just a little bit stronger of a DTS one. So would I recommend Dazed and Confused on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray? I'm going to say wait for a sale on this one. Criterion Collection 4K releases are always expensive. They're usually 35, 40, sometimes even 45, 50 bucks. Wait for that sale. Wait for a Barnes & Noble half-off sale. They happen a couple times a year, and they also happen on the Criterion website. Wait for that. You can get this for 20, 25 bucks. At that price point, I would say go for it for the entire package. Even though the audio and the video aren't the strongest, this is the best the movie has ever looked. It looks leaps and bounds better than its Blu-ray counterpart. So wait for a sale on this. I think you'll be much better served, but I did enjoy my time with it at full price. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.